Have you guys ever heard the quote, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? That was me. For pretty much all of 2015, I was doing the same thing every single time with my videos, and I was getting the exact same results. And it made me frustrated, and it finally took some sort of epiphany in my head to realize that it was very, very simple. I really did need to change up what I was doing, and that's what I've been doing with my videos, and I've been noticing a much better result, an end product, and I've been enjoying it more. So let me use this as a reminder. If there's something in your life that you're not necessarily happy with and you're doing it over and over again, make a change. It's not always easy, but it can lead to much better results and a more enjoyable time. Some of you guys are probably like, Michael, why are you filming behind a garage? And the answer to that is, I was tired of filming in the apartment. Different background, I don't know. These are like the best things ever. It's really weird. The older you get, the less excited you are to get the mail. Very few times will I have something good in the mail. Most of the time, it is a bill. That sucks, but when you were little, the magic of getting a letter, the excitement of getting a letter, it's like Santa Claus kind of. It's just not the same getting bills. Used to be great, getting birthday cards and awesome stuff in the mail. No more though. Hi.
Hi.
I have a package.
You do?
Yes. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Have a good one. Got it?
Yes, thanks. A box inside of a box. What's the point of that? This is a camera backpack. Come on, Amazon. How many zippers do you need that say Amazon Basics? Hi, how are you doing?
Good. You don't look like a page, but
Yeah, that's the girlfriend.
okay. Well, I don't
Yeah.
think I just delivered. I mean,
Take care, man. What up?
What's that?
This?
Yeah?
This is my new camera backpack. That's yours. Also have another package. This one is from Paige, Valentine's Day. Is this a bag?
Camera bag.
Nuh-uh. This is a camera bag? You got me a camera bag for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I swear.
I did not even know that she got me this, and here I am unboxing a backpack and then camera bag. What are the chances? That's so weird. Tonight is dynamic squats, 8 sets of squats, 2 reps each set. I maxed out earlier this week. I have a feeling it's going to feel very, very heavy. 75% of our max, 290 pounds. Let's see how it goes. So squats went pretty well. I honestly wasn't happy with the first few sets. The last 3 were good, so go figure. I just moved in my feet a little bit closer. Now we're moving on to 8 sets of singles. Sumo deadlifts, 70% of my 1 rep max, and I'm doing these with bands. So you guys saw me open this up last week, and this is my luggage scale, and this is how you measure band tension at the top of a lift. So it's pretty easy how to use this luggage scale. Just wrap it around it. And then you stand up at the height of lockout and it'll tell you. So this is 16.6 pounds. Multiply that by 2. And I'm supposed to do 395 pounds. So I'll factor that out and do my 8 sets of singles. So deadlifts went pretty well today. Definitely not easy after doing squats. But let's talk about the banded deadlifts. So this is my first time doing banded deadlifts on the conjugate program because last week I did not have the luggage scale. So I had 365 pounds on the bar, around 30 pounds of tension, and that hit my numbers perfectly because it says to be 70% of your max at lockout, not on the floor. So you gotta factor in the band weight there. So let's talk about the point of doing banded deadlifts. Now it's easier off the floor, right? Because you have less weight. Then as you pull it off of the ground, more and more tension accumulates, and that's where you get that progressive tension on the way up. So it was pretty easy off the ground. At lockout towards the end, it got a little bit more difficult. I still have this big cut on my finger, and the first few sets, this is kind of weird. It's kind of random. And maybe a good reminder to you guys, squeeze the bar so tightly, because I was kind of taking it easy on my cut. I wasn't squeezing the bar, and then towards the end, squeeze the bar as hard as I could after I realized my finger was okay, and it went off the ground much, much quicker. And after the 8 sets of singles on deadlifts, moved on to some stiff-legged deadlifts, and this is like one of my first workouts doing the conjugate by myself, and I noticed that it went much quicker, and that's kind of the case with all workouts. I think when you have a partner, there's pros and cons to having a workout partner. I feel like sometimes it's really, really good if you need a spotter. Negatives, obviously it takes a little bit longer, but I think it's worth the pros over the cons, but that's just me. And then from there, moved on to do some leg curls, and I also supersetted those with some leg extensions just to keep the quad gains going. And that's it for the workout. They're getting easier as time goes on. I think I'm kind of getting used to the amount of volume and doing 10 sets, 8 sets each workout, and I'm hoping it pays off. So that's it. It's time to go home. So I'm new to this whole vlogging thing, right? This is the end of week 2 of vlogging every single day, and I'm still kind of figuring it out with the videos, right? Do I want to have 2 days be in one video, or one video to be one day, or do I want to combine a lot of days into one video? It's just kind of a work in progress. So this video I think is going to have 2 days in one video, but what do you guys think? So the reason I'm kind of skeptical to do that is because I don't want to make my videos too long. Today is dynamic upper. Let's go. It's been a minute since I've done a voiceover. This is going to be pretty quick. Now check this out. Check out my pause bench on dynamic upper day. I'm no longer bouncing it off my chest, and I found that to be a lot more effective, I guess. I'm not really losing tightness just after really working on it today, because you guys pointed that out in the last video. I was kind of using my chest as a trampoline. No trampoline bench press anymore. That's one thing I'm focusing on. So right when I get to my chest, I was pausing it. I wasn't letting it sink into my chest. And when I did that, it kind of like reinforced the movement after 8 sets of that. And then the close grip bench, kind of the same principle. And all of my pressing exercises felt better afterwards. I felt more tight. I felt like I was moving more in the right plane, and I felt the tension on the chest. Instead of like bouncing it off the chest, I was holding the weight with my chest and of course my lats and front delts and everything else that's involved in the bench press. But that is just something that I noticed. And after close grip, you guys already saw, we did a couple other exercises, and this was a really, really fun workout. I love the bench day so far in the conjugate. A lot of fun. On the way to grab a burrito, and then I've got to take a quick time lapse. Shooting a quick little time lapse right now. You guys already saw this earlier in the video, but I'm doing it again. So I'm home and I'm showered, and lately per video it's usually taking me like 6 hours to edit. So I am done with it after I add this clip, and I had to get it done so I could schedule it for Monday, which is when you're watching this, because I'm going out of town tomorrow. So like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. We racing for slips, man. Pink slips. Woo! Wasn't that a thing in like Need for Speed? I love those games.